Hello everybody and welcome back to Magic Duel of Champions. Oh my god, so much stuff happened, finally. Finally we have action taken by people from Ubisoft. Yeah, that's basically what I mean. Like, first of all, finally they removed the info about the Christmas stuff, or whatever it was. I think it was the one with the promo code, or the one with the... No, I think it was the one with the promo code. They have finally removed it last Sunday. So yeah, it took them a while to get rid of it, but finally it's gone. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that, my god, finally, this happened. You won't believe it, but last Thursday, which is January 21st, after 45 days, Ubisoft finally replied to my ticket about the broken draft. Could you believe that? Yeah, they actually did. It's like I was going nuts when I saw this. I was like, oh my god, finally something's going on. They're working. Maybe it's gonna work. Finally, because it lasted way too long. So I'm going there. I open the message, and of course there's like this standard opening, like thanks for contacting Ubisoft, blah blah blah. If you want to reply, use this form. Don't send an email. Don't start a new form. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. A lot of bullshit. And there goes the correct answer to my problem. And there's one line of text. Yeah, compared to my 4,000 characters. There's one line of text, and it says something like, "Hi, thanks for your support. We've received the tickets from other players as well. We're investigating the problem." And that's all. Nothing else. That's like literally everything they said. Oh my god, I literally thought I'd kill them. But what else am I supposed to do? It's like, okay, I at least know that they've acknowledged the existence of the problem. And what should I do? There is literally nothing I can do, so... Well, that's too bad. But we have third thing. And the third thing... Drumroll, and... Bam! Thogrul. It's done. Valid deck. Standard format. 59 cards. So, you may be asking, what have I did with Thogrul in the end of the day? Well, I tell you what. I went nuts with Bloodthirst, and that's basically all what I did. I ended up with a couple of Goblin Scouts, though I know that grabbing a couple of creatures with a cost of 1 is a little bit, it's a little bit. Yeah, that's only a few cards that I could use potentially at the start. And well, I don't know. With a little bit of luck, I'd be able to grab a right Goblin Scout in the first turn. If not, then I've prepared a couple of Week of Knowledge. No, that's probably a couple weeks of knowledge. That sounds better. So just in case I would have nothing to do in a turn, I've grabbed those. Besides that, I have 4 Goblin Hunters, just for some damage and you know, stuff to do with the back row, and with a cost of 2. And here starts the Bloodscar Ritualist, which I have 4 of. The reason is because whenever a friendly creature with 3 or more enrage counters attacks, put 1 enrage counter on it at the end of the attack. This is important for a Bloodthirst deck, because, of course, Bloodthirst gives enrage counters. So that's handy. I'll tell you that at some point I had the deck almost ready, and it had a fair mixture of creatures with both Bloodthirst and Enrage. But in the end of the day, I've realized that no, I'm not really gonna go that much for Enrage. I'd rather go for Bloodthirst, because put 1 Enrage counters on all friendly creatures with Bloodthirst, not on all friendly creatures with Enrage, so that won't work. So I was like, yeah, let's skip those Enrages. I've got rid of many creatures, all the creatures that had Enrage, all the creatures that were put in there just as a way to grab 3 Enrage counters, like the... where is he? Like the Black Skull Goblin, because he's good. Because if you're in desperate need of enrage counters, you can always drop him on a solitary battleground position. Then if he's got nothing adjacent to him, he instantly dies, and bam, 3 enrage counters. So that's handy. I was at some point rocking some Bramble Beasts for armor, spell resist, and going tanky, but nah, I gave up. Yeah, Sahar Harpies with Enrage, the Black Skull War Chanters with giving 3 Enrage counters. But again, put 1 Enrage counter on all friendly creatures with Enrage. It's not working on Bloodthirst, so nah. Oh, sorry. Something got stuck in my throat. So that's it. I grabbed the War Elephant and the Erg Hunter, but honestly, these two I grabbed really, at the very end of the deck building itself, because these two are really working as fillers. Just so I have, a more decent amount of both melees and shooters, and a fair amount of creatures in general. But the core of this deck is in these 2 creatures, in 4 Bloodclaw Shamans and 4 Bloodshark Warriors. Why am I saying that they are the core? Well, because actually I have spent so much time thinking about this that at some point I've realized that I just cannot do the deck with the cards I have. And I went to the Altar of Wishes and I offered more wild cards to Nur and her boobs to get... I think I grabbed something like 3 Bloodclaw Shamans and 1 Bloodshark Warrior. Like, anyway, I've grabbed enough from the Altar of Wishes to have 4 from both. And I think it was 3 Bloodclaw Shamans and 1 Bloodshark Warrior. So, yeah, basically what do we have here? Well, there are 3 or more enrage counters on Bloodclaw Shaman, it gains Bloodthirst 1. It has Bloodthirst 1 by default. But combine it with, if he has 3 or more enrage counters, then he instantly gets Bloodthirst 2. Because every 3 counters give him +1 Bloodthirst. So, let's think that you have your Bloodclaw Shaman with 3 enrage counters. It gives him already 4 attack, that's quite a lot. And think that you have your Bloodscar Ritualist on the battlefield. And yeah, 3 enrage counters on your Bloodclaw Shaman. Your Bloodclaw Shaman attacks. He attacks. He's got 3 enrage counters. Actually, I've just realized that it may not work as I think it does. Right, like this. For every 5 cards. Well, shit. That probably means that you cannot grind your Bloodclaw Shaman with 6 Enrage counters to Bloodthirst 3, I'm afraid. Yeah, I think it has the Bloodthirst by default, because creatures that have something given by an effect rather than by default have it listed like this. They don't have it listed there, and they have the description of the effect and the icon on the description sheet in parentheses. So, well, actually they are all in parentheses. Oh, but here is the name is in parentheses as well. There the name isn't, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that he's got Bloodthirst 1 by default. And this Bloodthirst 1 is a bonus Bloodthirst. I see no other way how it should work, so that is it. Anyway, if he's got 3 enrage counters, he should have Bloodthirst 2. And if you've got the Bloodscar Ritualist on the board, if he attacks and kills, then he instantly gets back to 3 enrage counters. So that's good. There's also the Bloodshark Warrior, which is not that good in the terms of his passive ability, but there is, when Bloodshark Warrior dies, if there are 3 or more enrage counters on it, put 1 enrage counter on all friendly creatures with Bloodthirst. So, you know, in the worst case scenario, besides being useful at killing, he can be also useful when he dies. Just in case. But basically he's got Bloodthirst, and that's what counts. There is the Cyclops Brawler, just for the sheer amount of brute damage it can inflict. You know, 4 damage in 2 attacks with 6 health. That's good. That is good. Yeah, both attacks incur retaliation damage, that's bad, but still, that's good. Can be really, really useful in getting more Bloodthirst, in getting more enrage counters on creatures with Bloodthirst. Then I have a couple of Bloodsnake Shamans, again Bloodthirst, and the first time an enrage counter is put on Bloodsnake Shaman, in a turn, it deals 1 damage to all enemy creatures on the same row. And that's pretty much freaking magnificent. There's the Bloodmask Shaman. Friendly creatures with 3 or more enrage counters cannot be targeted, that's very handy. And there is, of course, the creme de la creme, the best cards in the whole deck, the best creatures. The Blood Tiger Warrior with Bloodthirst 1, and while there are 3 or more enrage counters on Blood Tiger Warrior, it gains charge. So that's basically what we're going for. Stacking insane amount of damage in the blood dealing damage thirst cards. Yeah. Besides that, in a spells department, I have damage, healing, healing, damage, and damage, and damage. Yeah, that's the easy way to put it. 4 firebolts, 4 forked firebolts, 3 fire blasts, a couple of magma bursts, 1 mass regeneration, just because I have only 1 mass regeneration. If I had more, I'd probably grab more. And a couple of Sylvanas Embrace. Why Sylvanas Embrace and mass regeneration? Well, they are crucial in this deck. And why is that? That's because Call of the Bloodhorn is a permanent card that lasts forever unless someone with Enrage or Bloodthirst is killed. Friendly creatures don't lose their Enrage counters when they attack. When a friendly creature with Enrage or Bloodthirst dies, destroy Call of the Bloodhorn. So it's very important to keep my creatures with Bloodthirst alive. Yeah, combining it with the Call of the Bloodhorn, they don't lose their Enrage counters. So if played well, I can grind insane amounts of insane amounts of damage by these counters. So yeah, and a couple of gold mines. Again, fillers. Just to have a little bit more monies, I guess, because I don't really have too much of those cheap cards, so some expensive. Yeah. On the events department, as mentioned before, Week of Knowledge, just because I'm low on the cheap cards, so good for openings. The Great Hunt, just in case I'll run out of cards in my hand. A couple of days of Sanctuary, so I can protect my creatures from being wrecked, and thus from losing the insane amounts of Enrage counters, or from losing the Call of the Bloodhorn, stuff like that. And the month of Emerald Song, just so my creatures will be tougher, thus harder to kill, thus will retain the Call of the Bloodhorn for longer. And Week of Elder Races, just in case. And a couple of Bloodpact Crucibles, yep, plural. At the end of your turn, if a creature with Bloodthirst is a Bloodpact Crucible and it didn't attack this turn, put one Enrage counter on that creature. So again, that's Enrage counters grinder, just to have as much as possible. Yep, pretty much it. That's good because Enrage also increases the retaliation, so if I see that I have a creature with a fair amount of health on it still remaining, like for example the Bloodclaw Shaman, he's got 6 health to retaliation. Assume that he's still at full health. Why not? Let's get cocky. And he's got a couple of Enrage counters on him, and I'm like, I could attack and get rid of whatever my opponent's holding there. But my opponent attacks, he dies from retaliation, he retains his Enrage counters, he did not attack, and he's on the Bloodpact Crucible, so he gains additional counter. He could possibly get additional counter from Thogrul's ability, so yeah, in general. Oh yeah, the 3 resource cost on Thogrul's ability, that's also why I did the gold mines. Yeah, they're gonna come in handy. They're gonna be handy. They're gonna come in handy. Oh, I'm not sure. Now I got totally confused. Whatever. So yeah, Thogrul. Build on 4-3-2. 4 might, 3 magic, 2 destiny. Cool. That's basically it. I have no idea how it'll, you know, turn out in a play. But still. Hopefully he will do fine. Is there anything else I should mention? I don't think so. Yeah, we have the Inferno banner, we have the Necropolis banner. We're 1 win away from the Heaven banner. And for the time being, I'm sticking with the Stronghold banner. This banner is for winning 30 duels with Academy. This is insane. I would never say that's it. No, it doesn't look like it. That's no, never. It totally doesn't look like Academy. Come on. Anyway, let's get the Thogrul on the test run, because I haven't done that yet. And we're actually running on a fairly longer-ish video already. I'm not sure how long it's already taken. But let's get Thogrul ranked. Yeah, screw this. I'm risking some commander progress. Lord Commander progress, actually. We'll see. We'll see where it gets us. I was really trying to follow the rules of golden ratio there. Yeah, I think I've mentioned it last week. The fact that I'm a second player, I think I can deal with that. A couple of days of sanctuary. Weeks of knowledge, sorry. It's actually ultra handy if you're the starting player and have nothing to do. Yeah, the odds of not having anything to do are like non-existent in such a situation. Now, what should I increase? Might or magic or destiny? How much they require? A couple. So let's increase might for the time being. Why am I lagging again? Come on. This game has problems. Sometimes it's all nice and fluent, with literally no problems at all. Sometimes it lags like crazy. I could be dropping the Arc Hunter. Or start going for the Bloodclaw Shaman and his Enrages. It's not immune to retaliation, and that bitch has... Oh, luckily Bloodclaw Shaman is... That bitch has, like, a lot. Kappa. 6. Well, actually... that sounds like a plan to me. Oh, yes, it does. Oh, yes, it does. Oh, crap. I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna drop something with honor next to the Kappa. Kappa will have 3 attack and will have enough damage to get rid of the Goblin Hunter. That's good. That's not good. Whatever. Actually, it doesn't work this way, I'm afraid. Yep. Just as expected. Well, actually, not just as expected. I was expecting the... Oh, look. Wake of Elder Races. Creature that share a creature type. Orc Warrior, and that's a Goblin Archer, so that won't cut it. Yep, that will cut it. Bloodthirst, hell yeah. Increase my might, I guess. What nasty spells could Yukiko have? Many different nasty spells. Is it whenever an enemy creature dies? Whenever an enemy creature dies. Okay. Yeah. Oh, look! Call of the Bloodhorn. I need 3 magics for this, and a couple magics for this. Say, if I were to drop the Fogged Firebolt, I will be down to 2. You will have 3 attack. No, this will die, so you will have 4. You will have enough to get rid of that Kappa. My god, that's bloody brilliant. So what? I increase my destinies. Yes, I do. I drop this. It's got enough attack to get rid of that thing. Now I use the Call of the Bloodhorn. And I get rid of this. That thing has already 4 attack. That thing has already 5 attack. Whenever an enemy creature dies, put 1 enrage counter. Why so little? No, they cannot attack because the frozen maze. Yeah. End the turn. Now I should slowly start thinking about maybe using Sylvanas Embrace on the Bloodshark Warrior. So he could stay alive for a little bit longer. But I can attack. My god. Nope. It costs 3, okay? I will be left with 3. He will get to the insane 6 attack, that's insane. And I can drop that thing. For 3. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I can. My god. My god, this is insane. Sweet Jesus, that thing has already 9 attack. That thing has already 8 attack. Oh my fucking god. Yes, this is insane. I gave up, of course. Lol. Wow. I'm like, wow. Wow. No. Wow. 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 I'm speechless. Oh god, sweet Jesus. You know, I knew that this deck is gonna be strong. But my god, that's strong? Unbelievable, no. Oh no, no freaking way. Wow. Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, oh god, oh my god. Oh my, and of course, yeah, the whatever shaman. It gained so much insane attack because it was already gaining the double the enrage counters. Oh sweet Jesus, that's insane. Oh god, how long was that? My god. My achievements replies. Does it show the dual duration in the replies? Oh my god, that's insane. Nine minutes. Yeah, not the fastest one around, but my god. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm literally stunned. This is insane. No, I don't really want to start the next duel because I failed. I really failed today because I did not check when we started recording. I usually look at the clock and try to you know stay around 1 hour, but I don't know when we started, so that will be it for today. The mighty Thogrul and his power of destruction. My god, no, I'm totally so freaking stunned by what happened. Yeah, and that's actually it's actually the best I could do in the cheap creatures department, because there are cool creatures that are with a cost of 5. I was really thinking for a while which one should I take, but in the end of the day I've realized that, well, I don't have the Blood Transit Wyverns, although they are pretty cool and I would like to have one. They are 10 wild cards. That's already getting expensive, you know. Getting these was cheap. This was two wild cards. This was 4 wild cards, so that was fairly cheap. And Blood Transit Wyvern was quite expensive. The Blood Hydra Shaman was really tempting because the Bloodthirst, because the attack anywhere. Well, of course, everyone has Bloodthirst, but the attack anywhere, not bad stats, etc., etc. But well, he's a shooter, and I already have 2 more shooters than I have melees. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I remember that I have more shooters than I have melees, so that's not that great. So yeah, but you know, Blood Hydra Shaman, of course. So then I was stuck in between these two, and back in the days when I was still thinking about putting some Enrage into Thogrul's deck, I was really going for Sahar Orc, because look, his stuff, he's got 7 health, 2 attack, 2 retaliation, not bad. He's got Bloodthirst and Enrage, so not only he will get stronger when my opponents die, he will get stronger when my own creatures die, so he will be getting those Enrage counters like crazy. Yeah, but then I realized that actually I have the Blood Tiger Warrior. Okay? It has Bloodthirst as well, and it's both Bloodthirst 1. Is there anything with more Bloodthirst than 1? Well, the Bloodclaw Shaman can cheat him to more Bloodthirst than 1. But there is nothing that has more. That thing is awesome, but that's a unique fortune, and it costs insane amount of cards, and it's unique Unique Fortune, instant, one use only, so yeah. But it can be deadly. My god. Like think about moving the insane number of enrage counters from one creature to another creature with insane amount of enrage counters. Like, I don't really know how much those creatures of mine had at the last turn when my opponent rage quitted, but well, let's say that they had 8, both of them. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure that that the Bloodclaw Shaman must have had 8, because I think he had 9 damage, so it must have had 8. Bloodshark Warrior may have had a little bit less, but I'm not sure. I did not have time to spot it. But still, let's say you have both of these, both of them have 8 enraged counters on them. No, that's not quite enough. But still, goddammit, if you'd kill them, the Bloodclaw Shaman with 8 enraged counters on him, put 8 enraged counters on a Bloodshark Warrior that has 8 enraged counters on him already, that gets him up to 18 attack. You can destroy everything. You can destroy some heroes in one hit from full health to 0. And you need only a couple more to get such an insane amount of enraged counters that that he will be able to destroy everything in one hit, including all the heroes. My god. Yeah. This is insane. Call of the Bloodhorn. This is insane. I need more of them. I really do. Yeah, as much as possible. My god, insane. So yeah, and the Blood Tiger and Sahara Orc, but in the end I realized that they cost the same. Okay. They have the same health. Okay. Sahara Orc requires 1 more might, while Blood Tiger Warrior requires only 4. I could spend the turn that I would waste on increasing my might to play the Sahara Orc on either A, increasing something more important of mine, or B, giving free enrage counters to all my creatures with Bloodthirst. So yeah, that's a bootleg, or drawing a card, or doing whatever. They have the same retaliation, but Blood Tiger Warrior has more attack by default. And that matters. You cannot really say that, oh, I don't care about the default attack of that creature because it has Bloodthirst or Enrage. And it can get to insane amounts of attack just because, you know. Of course it can. Especially if you cut the Call of the Bloodhorn, but my god, oh my god. Dear god. This is insane. That's all I have to say. And they are all pretty tough. Look, 6 health, 5 health, 5 health, 6 health, 7 health, 8 health on Blood Frenzied Wyvern. Yeah. My god, that's amazing. Does this Blood Frenzied Wyvern has a tribal tattoos on her wings? Like, I mean over here. It looks like it. Fancy. All creatures with Enrage gain +1 to their Enrage value. All creatures with Bloodthirst gain +1 to their Bloodthirst value. At the beginning of your turn, return Outraging Vision to its owner's hand. Sweet Jesus! That is insane! Yeah... No... I broke. My language broke. I cannot speak anymore. Yeah. But I can understand why they gave it up, you know. +1 to their Bloodthirst value. I drop that thing. I destroy a creature of whatever sort with whatever, while my Bloodclaw Shaman has already Bloodthirst 2 because he's empowered by his own by having 3 or more Enrage counters. Yeah, actually, that is true. If he would have, for every 3 counters, it gains Bloodthirst 1, that would be way too insane. Yeah, you will be grinding so much insane damage. That would be... oh my god, that would be insane. +1, oh my god. Imagine, like, late turn, you know, turn 10, you drop a couple of these. You destroy 1 creature while Bloodclaw Shaman has 3 or more enrage counters. It gets 4 motherfucking enrage counters in 1 blow. Sweet Jesus. It turns from 4 to 8. Oh my god, this is insane. Yes, it is. Well, it returns to its owner's hand at the beginning of your turn, so... that's fancy. Yeah. At the beginning of your turn, it returns to its owner's hand. Yeah. This one's been explained to me, and I'm really thankful for that. If you steal a card using some nasty steal a card cards, you don't become its owner. Whether you're stealing the creature with Enthrall or something like this, or whether you're stealing a spell with whatever. Gain control of enchanted creature and relocate it to a valid battleground position. When Enthrall leaves the battleground, return enchanted creature to its owner's hand. That's actually handy. Yeah, you can dispel the Enthrall and take your creature back. And it returns to your hand. My god. No, not quite. Unless you'd cripple your creature a lot, or poison it, or whatever, so your opponent won't have too much use of it, and then you use Enthrall to take back to the, and then you use Dispel to get rid of his Enthrall and take your creature back to your hand, removing all the negative counters on it, or stuff, whatever. That would be it for today, definitely. But I'm amazed by what this deck can do. Yeah, having second Call of the Bloodhorn just in case. I could really think about getting more of those. Solid 4. Yeah, that would be even handier. I could give up the cheap goblins in favor of getting the more Bloodhorn, more calls of the Bloodhorn. My god, beautiful, wonderful, amazing. I'm still totally stunned by what happened, because I've suddenly grinded so much insane damage. So many stacks. Wow. Wow. Insane. Anything, that will be it for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, share, comment if you want. If you have anything to say to me, please feel free to comment. Comments are always nice. It's like comments are the best proof that people who are watching are really watching. I mean, no, that's not what I meant. That the views under the video mean that people are watching. Oh, that's better. Yep, that works. Something like this. Yeah. It makes me know that you're alive, people. Come on. Show yourself. Show yourself that you are alive. Anyway, yeah, definitely. That will be it for today. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week for more Thogrul.